Welcome back again to your PSC classes. This is the second episode of the Edu series in which we are discussing the 10 questions of the new topo sheet. So go through the video, watch it clearly, learn new things and try to solve the topo sheet by yourself. Alright then, so the first question, give the 4-figure grid reference of the settlement of Thal. ये रहा टोपो शीट और सबसे पहले हमें फाइंड आउट करना है कि वेयर इज थाल एंड व्हाट इज द 4-figure grid reference of that thing. So you can clearly see, children, somewhere here is Thal, if you can see it clearly. I hope you can see it. So this is Thal and ultimately we have to find out what is the 4-figure grid reference. तो हम देखेंगे कि कौन दो ईस्टिंग्स यानी वर्टिकल लाइन के बीच में है ये विलेज. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 5-8 और 5-9 ये दो ईस्टिंग्स हैं या वर्टिकल लाइंस और सबसे कम वैल्यू है 5-8. सो पहला दो फिगर कौन सा हो गया 5-8. उसके बाद फिर नॉर्दिंग्स की बारी. सो यू कैन सी क्लियरली 2-1 एंड 2-2 के बीच में है. सो दूसरा दो फिगर हो गया 2-1 because 2-1 is a lesser value. So the 4-figure grid reference of Thal is 5-8-2-1. The next question is, give the 6-figure grid reference of the confluence of the metal road with NH 168 at Karaunti. सबसे पहले फाइंड आउट करो कि ये NH 168 है कहाँ. बेसिकली टोपो शीट पर ये लिखा होता है here is NH 168 and somewhere here is Karaunti. Now you will find this yellow color thick line which meets this red thick line which is the NH which has bended and which is bending and then it actually goes in the northeast direction. So here it is joining at this point. Now we have to find out the 6-figure grid reference of this particular point. So for 6-figure grid reference we need a scale. So first let's talk about the 4-figure grid reference. So this is the point. This is the point and this is where the metal road is joining the national highway. Ultimately we have to find out the 6-figure grid reference of this point. So in the exams you can use a pencil to mark it down on the topo sheet but then wrap it down. So first of all, what is the 4-figure of this area? This is 5-3, this is 5-4. So it is between 5-3 and 5-4. That means what? The first two figure is 5-3. The second figure we will find out from 2-1 and 2-2 just because this point is in between 2-1 and 2-2 and the lesser value is 2-1. So another value will be 2-1. Now we have to find out the value which lies in between. So the value, we'll take the scale right here, we'll keep it from 0 to 2 centimeter. This is 0, or rather we'll use the better one from 2 to 4 centimeter. We'll keep it like this, and if I'm not wrong, the line which lies is actually 6th. The 6th division is actually crossing this particular point. So ultimately 6 is an even number and you know the formula, that is n by 2 if it is even. So 6 by 2 is 3. So the third figure is 3. We need to find out the 6th figure. The 6th figure will be finding out like this. We'll keep our scale from 0 to 2 centimeter or from wherever you want because the measurement is equal. So I'm keeping it from 2 to 4 centimeter. So the line which lies is actually the crossing, the one which is crossing is actually the 16th division. If you can see, after 3 there are 6th division, so that means 16th division is crossing this particular point. That means 16 is again an even number. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So the 6th figure of this particular point, which is the confluence of the metal road. Confluence means the meeting point. This meeting point, the 6th figure is 5, 3, 3, 2, 1, 8. The next question. What is the compass direction of Kyaria from Dattani? Now let's find out where is Kyaria. So if you can see right here is Kyaria. If you can see this thing, yes, here it is, Kyaria, and somewhere here is Dattani. Now, if you can clearly from Dattani to Kyaria, that means we have to find out the direction from Dattani. So Dattani, this is north, and this side is northeast. That means Kyaria lies in northeast direction from Dattani. I hope you understood this part. The next question: what is the direct distance in kilometer of the cart track from Miltan till grid square 5218 where it joins a metal road? So first of all, find out the place Mitan. Where is Mitan? So if you can see clearly, this is Mitan, and this thin red line which is running all the way, which joins this particular part, we have to find out the direct distance. It joins this particular point here, right here, and from Mitan to this point where it joins this metal road, we have to find out the direct distance. That means we'll simply use our scale. So we'll put our scale like this, and we'll find out what is the distance, what is the measurement in centimeters first of all. So here it is, Mitan. This is somewhere, if I'm not wrong, it is 8.2 centimeters. So you already know that the scale says 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. That means 8.2 centimeter divided by 2 is 4.1 kilometers, since the question is asking to find out the distance in kilometers. So the direct distance in kilometer is simply 4.1 kilometer. I hope you understood this part. Let's talk about the next question. The next question says, on which bank of the river is the settlement of Nimbora situated? In the same question, we have one more question. What kind of settlement is Nimbora? Give a reason to support your answer. So where is Nimbora? Yeah. So here is Nimbora. You can clearly see Nimbora. And if you look into this thing, on which bank we have to decide, this is the arrowhead. That means the river is flowing from this side to this side. And ये भी पता है कि अगर arrowhead इस तरफ है तो मतलब हम फेस कर रहे हैं ये वाला साइड, और ये हो गया राइट बैंक, ये हो गया लेफ्ट बैंक. दैट मीन्स Nimbora is actually situated on the left bank of the river. Now the next question is, what kind of settlement is Nimbora? If you can clearly look at this particular place, you'll find it's a small village. Nimbora is a small village and very few infrastructure is present. Although there is a metal road over there, but since it is situated near a barren land, just because why it is barren land, because a lot of white patches are present. Broken ground is also present here, but infrastructure is very less. It is situated near a dry river bed also. So it's a very small village. So you can simply write down, Nimbora looks like a small village with almost no building, no infrastructure at all, situated on a barren land. Let's talk about the next question. The next question is, why there are so many causeways given on the map extract? Now you can clearly see there are a lot of causeways written everywhere. You'll find a lot of causeways here. Yes, what is the reason behind it? See, causeway, whenever you see causeway on a map, you simply write down that this is an arid area. This shows that the rainfall here is actually seasonal. That means this area is arid with seasonal rainfall, and since most of the rivers are dry, you see, rivers are dry completely, non-perennial, and streams are non-perennial. So these causeways are actually used. These causeways are actually used to cross these dry river beds. You can clearly see these causeways. If you can see these causeways, these are made on the river stream. See here, this side. So these are used as a passage to cross the dry river bed. Let's talk about the next question. The next question is, name a relief feature in grid square 5216 and 5712. So the first grid square is 5216. So here is 52, This is 52, and where is 516? 16 is here, right here. So 5216, we are coming all the way down. This is this particular part, and you can clearly see this relief feature is shown by a contour line over there. As you can see, there is a space between the contour line, so it's actually showing a knoll, KNOLL, or you can say it's a small hill. Another feature which is shown in 5721. Where is 57? Right here. This is 57, and somewhere here is 21. This is 21, and we have to talk about this particular contour line or the relief feature. This is clearly contour lines are close to each other. You can clearly see. That means if they are close to each other and mostly circular in nature, that means it is showing a hill. So the relief feature in 5721 is a hill, whereas in 5216 it is a knoll, KNOLL. Next question. The next question says, give two reasons to prove that the rainfall in the region shown in the given map extract is seasonal. We have to prove that rainfall here is seasonal. Very simple. There are a lot of river beds, dry river beds, non-perennial rivers are present. Dry river beds are there, dotted black lines you can see. Then a lot of white patches are there, a lot of causeways are there. So all these are actually the reason which clearly show that rainfall in this area is actually seasonal in nature. You can also write there are a lot of broken grounds right here. There are so many broken grounds. So these are the reason why the rainfall in this area is seasonal in nature. Next question. In what way does the pattern of settlement in grid square 5618 differ from that in grid square 5813? So let's talk about 5618. This is 56 right here, and 18 is somewhere here. 5618 right here. This particular part where Dhavli is written. Now you can clearly see the houses or the infrastructures which are made, they are close to each other. So that is actually clustered. That means this actually is a nucleated settlement. So the grid square 5618 is actually Dhavli, and it has a nucleated settlement. Let's talk about the next one, that is 5813. This is again here is 58, and this one is 13 right here near this forest, where you can see open mixed jungle is written. So open mixed jungle, very few houses are there. Even if you see some of the houses, they are scattered to each other. That means the settlement in this particular grid square, that is 5813, is actually scattered or dispersed. Last but not the least, this question, what is the drainage pattern in grid square 5317? 53 is here and 17 lies here. So this particular grid square, where you can see a lot of streams are running all around it. These are coming down all the way, running down, because contour line is actually present. That means what? If contour line is present and streams are running down on all direction, this type of settlement, or this type of, this type of drainage pattern is called radial drainage pattern. So the drainage pattern in grid square 5317 is radial. So that's it from the today's episode. I hope you understood a lot of things. In the next episode, we'll talk about some more 10 questions. I hope you understood these 10 questions. Those were pretty easy. I hope these are turning out to be piece of cake for you people. Try to share the videos, subscribe the channel for more videos, and if you have not understood things, go through the video once again. Try to understand it in a very nice manner. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video, and do share it, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon, and stay safe, stay home. Take care and bye-bye.